Hi, my name's Ollie, you're watching Void Space Alpha, and I have a minor hobby addiction. Just gonna have to clear some extra space here, I think. With my addiction in mind, it should come as no surprise that I'm very excited about the upcoming Heresy releases. But before I jump into a 3,000 point project, I should probably decide which legion I'll be playing. I've shortlisted my top 5 traitor and loyalist legions, and we're going to speed paint one of each of them to get a good feel of what themes we like. Leave your best guesses in the comments section for which 10 legions I've picked. The first marine we will be painting will be a Blood Angel. Now, after trawling through mostly Google image search and Reddit, I think we stumbled across a simple scheme that shouldn't take us long. As well as all of the paints that you're seeing on screen now, you'll also need Agrax Earthshade and Nuln Oil. Start by priming your marines red. You can use Pure Red by the Army Painter or Mephiston Red by GW. The spray can is best, but you can always brush it on if you don't have access to these. What we're looking for here is a solid red base coat, so when you're spray priming your models, make sure to get to all the hard to reach areas, and make sure when you're priming your models with a spray can to do so in a well ventilated area with a mask on. Once our model is primed and dried, we're going to give it an all over wash of Caribourg Crimson. This is going to seep into all of the recesses and bring out all of the details of the model. And once the wash is dry, you can see all of that recess detail is a lot more visible. Now, you will notice a little bit of staining on the armour panels of your marine once you've washed it. What we're going to do now is dry brush either our Pure or Mephiston Red back over the model to get rid of any of that staining. Simply load up a brush with some paint, wipe most of it off onto a dry paper towel, and then we're going to drag that brush over all of the raised sections of the model. Once you've dry brushed the Pure or Mephiston Red back over the model, you will be left with something that looks a bit like this, where all of the shade is in the recesses and all of the panels are a flat red colour. Moving on to the first block colour for our Blood Angel, we're going to use Valejo model colour black to block in all of the housing of the weapon and the shoulder pads. Now, with this being black going over the top of red, it's a lot easier to be careful at this stage than it is to be quick. And with all the black areas done, you'll have a model that looks a little bit like this. On the back, you'll notice we've also done these ribbed areas on the legs and these pipes on the backpack. And the next base paint for us is going to be lead Belcher, and we're going to put this everywhere that we want to be silver and gold. So we're going to touch in the casing of the weapon, the little band that runs around the head, the backpack vents, and also the top plate of the power pack. By base painting all of the areas that we want to be gold in the future silver, it's really going to help the gold stand out and pop. And once all of our silver is done, you will have a model that looks like this, and we're ready for our gold. We're going to use Greedy Gold from the Army Painter, and we're going to use this with the side of our brush just to delicately and lightly drag the gold along the rim of that helmet. And we're also going to paint in the top of that power pack. Now, you will notice that the gold is incredibly bright. Don't let that dissuade you, because we are going to wash it shortly. Whilst we give all of those base paints a chance to dry, we're going to grab our Corax White, and we are going to base in the plasma coils and the eye lenses. You may want to switch to a smaller brush to do the eye lenses. If you do get some white on the faceplate, don't worry, let it dry and touch it up with either your Pure or Mephiston Red. Once that Corax White is dried, we're going to grab our Hexwraith Flame and we're going to just base coat in all of the plasma coils and the eye lenses. And once that's done, you'll have something that looks a bit like this. And we're on to the final wash stage, which we're going to need Nuln Oil and Agrax Earthshade. We're going to use our Nuln Oil over all of the silver and black areas, and we're going to use our Agrax Earthshade over all of the gold areas. And once that's done, you'll have a model that looks like this, fully painted, and all that's left to do is to pop a base on it. We're going to use a simple basing technique of Armagedon Dunes, Agrax Earthshade, and Rakath Flesh. Now once the Armagedon Dunes is on and washed with the Agrax Earthshade, you can dry brush it Rakath Flesh, pop a black base rim on, and your model is done. If you've gotten this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you've found this useful, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment and share. And if you can guess the 10 Marines I'm going to be working on over the next few weeks, pop a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.